Thank you, Sean. Thank you for everyone at Icon Coaching.
Simon, congratulations, man. You know what that is?
That's winning.
It's winning, baby. I love it when you're winning. That's fantastic.
I got 2 under contract, so that's like 2.8 million in 2 weeks.
You've got to take control of your production to make sure that you're making more money, your bank account balance is rising, that your net worth is increasing, and that's what we want to see happen.
So that they can save the listing.
Which I'm really, really thankful for, Sean. Thank you.
See everyone coming on board. Welcome to Icon Coaching's webinar.
Hello and welcome everyone to our weekly webinar series called Sales Surge. Now today, guys, buckle in because this is going to be really fun. It's going to be huge, in fact, when you apply what Rachel Adams is going to teach you today. See, she has developed a strategy, a step-by-step formula that brings her over 100 referrals organically through her social media posts. So she's going to show you what she does, how she does it. She'll show you what works, what hasn't worked. And guys, let me just ask, would you rather have 100 internet leads or one rock solid referral from your sphere of influence? Now, if you're like me, then you say one rock solid referral that's guaranteed a commission check rather than have to, shovel all that dirt to find the vein of gold. Well, Rachel's going to show you how to get that vein of gold to just say, here's where I'm at, give you GPS coordinates to be able to dig right there and find it quickly. So Rachel, without any further delay, guys, she's a thought leader in this space. She is a guru when it comes to social media marketing. I want you to really lean in today. I want you to pay attention, take great notes. So, and by the way, you do have access to the chat. So if you have questions, I'll be monitoring that as Rachel presents. And we'll have some time for Q&A at the end. Now, the question that always comes up, is this session being recorded? Absolutely, every time. And simply by registering, we're going to send you the replay link. So anytime you see a webinar opportunity through Icon, I want you to register, even if you can't be there. See, because we're going to send you the replay link almost immediately after the event, and you can watch it at your own time, at your own pace. With that said, be present, though. Be live, because then you can ask questions as they come up and get the answer from the source. And today our source is none other than Rachel Adams. Rachel, welcome to the webinar.
Thanks, Sean. I'm so happy to be here. Hello, everybody. I'm coming to you guys live from Northern California. And like he said, yes, this is being recorded and you're going to need it recorded because I talk quickly. I'm kind of like drinking from a fire hose. And also, just so you know, I don't drink caffeine. So this is who I am without caffeine, if you can only imagine what it'd be like with caffeine. And if I do sound a little congested, it is because I am, I'm 33 weeks pregnant today, friends. We've got a little one, our last little one coming in 4 weeks. So wild times.
Congratulations, Rachel.
Thank you, friend. Am I good to share screen and start rocking?
Let's do it.
Okay, I just sent the request to you.
You got it.
Thank you, thank you. All right, friends. So today we're going to dig into how you can build a local presence and really dominate your market with social media. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. I want to let you know that no question is a silly question. We have people from all over the place with like different expert levels on social. And so what I want to do today is what we're going to do is we're going to walk through my 9-step social media model for how I've built a 7-figure business through real estate. Now I have a real estate company and I'm the lead listing agent on the team. I'm going to walk you through a little bit of my history. I also have a real estate coaching company where I coach other realtors how to build a business through social, which is what I get to do today with all of you. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity. And first thing I always like to do is just learn where you are. So if everybody in the chat can tell me who you are and where you're tuning in from, I would love for you to do that. So who are you? Where are you tuning in from is my first question. And how you participate here, as we know, is how you participate everywhere. So there's 98 of you on here. I better get 98 responses because that means you're not on your phone, you're present. Other question, I want to ask you this. How many hours a day are you on social media? Total honest question, and I want like full transparency here and you're not in trouble for your answer. How many hours a day do you think you're on social? Say 5, 5.5, 2, too much. I get it. 4 hours, 2, 4. Okay. So second part to that question for me is is the amount of referrals and business generated from social media equal to the amount of time that you're spending on social? So like, are you getting the amount of business that you desire? No, not even close. No. Yeah. Okay. So the thing I want to tell you is you're in the right place, because today what we're going to do is we are going to help you build a really strong foundation through social media. So this is going to be part one, you guys. Part one today is we're going to talk about the foundation for how you can build a strong social media presence in your market through social. Part two is going to happen on the 29th. It's a 2-hour class, so like just know this. But Sean is going to be sending this out to you guys for all Icon coaching. And I'm going to go through again the model, and then I'm going to talk to you about the 11 changes that happened with the algorithm in 2025, because you need to know, literally, you need to know like what is happening in the algorithm so you know how to be able to attract your audience. So I'm going to go through some of it here, but it's a longer class that I can teach you in 30 minutes. And I already told Sean, like, hey, I'm going to go over 30 minutes. So hopefully these people can hang. I talk fast and it's still going to take me too long. And this is going to be really fun. So let's dig in. All right, who the heck am I and why are we hanging out today? So I've been in real estate for 13 years. I have been, oh my gosh, I started my business in 2012. I was working a full-time job at the time. I was at a real estate office, unlicensed, and I'm watching all these realtors bringing deals in. And at that point in my life, I was in a really unhealthy marriage. My ex-husband was 80% disabled and 50% was PTSD from the Marine Corps. So I spent my days at the office like, you're going to get your offer accepted. You got this, like rah rah. And I spent my nights like literally crying myself to sleep because I was in such a difficult personal situation. And I heard about a class, actually Sean's mom was teaching it, and called Bold, which I've taken 9 times. And she said a quote that rocked my world, and it was, change the way you look at things and the things you look at change, right? Change the way you look at things and the things you look at change. I was always in this like scarcity mindset that I couldn't quit my job because it was safe and I knew how much money was coming in. It was $15 an hour, but it was 15 I could count on. What I never counted on, you guys, was me. And I was like, what if I really dig into this? What if I create my own destiny? So I quit my job. I had no money. I was paycheck behind a paycheck. My first year was insanely intense. I door knocked 200 doors every week, and I did 3 open houses every week. Knocked 200 doors, 3 open houses. I did not sell a single house, you guys, for 4 months. In those 4 months, I cried a lot. I questioned my life choices. I drank a lot of wine. I also became obsessed with script practice, buyer objection handlers, seller objection handlers. I wrote the listing presentation 100 days in a row. And though I didn't sell any houses for 4 months, do you want to know what happened the rest of those months of the year? I sold 39 houses and I got rookie of the year. And the next year was 109, then 123. So 3 years in, I became Wall Street Journal's top 1,000 agents in the country. Still have that designation today. I've had really big teams. I've had really small teams. I have learned personally, I would rather have a smaller team and be profitable versus a big team for the sake of looking big and be broke. Sean's nodding his head. He knows that world.
Yeah, in Texas, we call that big hat, no cattle. Right?
Yeah, for real. In California, we just call that being an idiot. So and I mean, like, if you guys follow me on social, which I hope you do, like, I'm very transparent. So who you see on social is the exact person you're going to see teaching a class today. Like, and the best compliment that I can receive is someone being like, oh my gosh, you're exactly like you are on social. I'm like, thank you, because I wasn't in the beginning. In the beginning, I wanted to have the perfect life, the perfect job, the perfect hair, the perfect marriage. And then my marriage fell apart. And I remember just keeping so much. I wanted everything to be perfect. And I ended up in the hospital with dehydration because I was doing everything for everyone else, and realized like, I want to build this business with authenticity and with intention. So that's what I did. And when I decided to really shift to social, it was because I realized that like I needed to have a lead generation lever that I could turn on when I wanted to work and turn off when I didn't. And it's really dang hard to have a newborn on your hip and door knock 200 doors a week. Am I right? So I decided I would shift to social. There's a bunch of other stuff here. Most important is my sweet little fam bam. I have my super hot husband, Ryan, and we met on Tinder. If you need me to write your profile, I will happily help you find your online match. So my husband, Ryan, we run the team together, and we have 3 boys. We have Henry, Harrison, and Hayden, 5, 3, and 2. And then we're pregnant with our 4th little, which we don't know what it is yet. And we'll find out June 17th with all of you. All right, why social? So love it. Nikki met her husband on Tinder, and Lynette is a mama 4. Love it, girl. Let's do it. Okay, why social? So NAR says 89% of all realtors are on social, guys, which means that if you're not on social, you are going to be missing the mark because our next buyer and our next seller is on social media. And if you're growing a team or you're recruiting, your next agent is also going to be on social. And so you have to be providing really good information, really relevant content so they have a reason to follow you. If you're taking notes, I want you to write this down. People might find you because you're in real estate, but they're going to stick around because of who you are and how you make them feel. Like it's kind of a weird thought, but your social media actually has nothing to do with you. It's how it makes someone else feel when they're on your content, right? So before we dig into the model, I want to talk to you about the algorithm because I feel people are like, oh, I want to beat the algorithm. It's like this weird, sexy word that you don't know what it means, but you like want to be a part of it. So the algorithm, simply put, is like, it's what you see on social and what others see that you put out there, right? And so the way I want you to think of the algorithm is a tool. And the more tools you use on social, the more eyes you're going to get on your content, okay? And a tool counts as like making a post, going live, doing a reel, commenting on something, sending a direct message. Those are all tools. The goal of any platform is to keep you on it as long as humanly possible. So you're going to make a post. A post is going to be like a picture with a caption, right? That's what most people's post is. You could also do a reel, which is a short form video, 3 minutes or less. Don't recommend 3 minutes because realtors' attention span, like some of you are already like over this already, which shame on you because I'm very entertaining. But for others, like, right, like we have a 2 second, like think about how fast you scroll. Like 2 seconds. That means we have 2 seconds to grab their attention. So what you're saying has to be so dang good that it gives them a reason to stop what they're doing and be like, okay, I'm going to pay attention here, right? So you also could do a carousel post, which is where on Instagram you have up to 20 photos and you're like swiping, right? And that does really well for people's watch time. All of this on the class of the 29th, I'm going to like teach you how to do a carousel post. I won't talk much slower, but I will teach you how to do a carousel post. I will teach you how to do a reel. Like we'll kind of get into the nitty-gritty. So you make a post. It's going to either do well or not do well. Let's talk about what happens if it doesn't do well. So most of our posts, we make one, we reach 7 to 10% of our followers. If it doesn't do well, they're going to ignore it. Your post is going to fail. They're going to scroll away. They're not going to engage. They're not going to keep reading your caption. They're not interested, right? What happens if you do it well? You're going to reach that 7 to 10% of your followers and a couple non-followers. They start to engage and it tells the algorithm, hey, Sean did something great with this post. Let me give more followers and some more non-followers on their eyes, right? They keep engaging. Then you get recommended on the explore page and the home page. You can go viral. Please don't focus on like, my goal is to go viral. I go viral often with my content and you just get a lot of freaking weirdos saying odd things to you that are like angry about their life. Don't focus on going viral. I want you to focus on creating really good quality content that is highly shareable. And I'm going to teach you what shareable means today. If you do well, you're going to get likes and comments, shares and saves, profile visits. But the number one thing the algorithm is watching for in 2025, you guys, is your watch time. How long you can keep somebody on your page, seeing what you're doing, learning who you are. Okay. So the goal of social, you guys, is to either educate or entertain them. It's to either educate or entertain them. And if you're doing social media well, you're going to be doing a balance of both of them. And I will show you when we have Q&A. If you guys want to see some examples of some of the content I'm talking about, I'm super happy to share that with you. I think it's important to kind of see what I'm talking about with the entertainment and educating and entertaining, how I specifically do it. I think it'd be really good to show you like a tactical example. You guys are saying yes. Do you want me to show you that now? Are we going off script? All right, let's do it. So this is my Instagram. You are all welcome to hang out. Go follow me over there. I want to show you an example of how I build authority in this space. So like, what's this one? Okay. So this one says, how I converted $1 million buyer at my open house, and you can too. Now with this specific post, I am targeting realtors because for me, my referrals that I received, it's not just buyers and sellers locally, it's also realtors all around the country. And so if I'm going to add massive value to them, I'm going to help them build their business. Now, what do you see? This video, friends, I went to a new build. And it is a 7-second video where I ask someone on my team. So we do 2 team meetings a month. One, we do education based. It's in the office. We're teaching them things. We're coaching, right? The other one is all about content. And I take them somewhere and I'm filming B-roll of them because I provide reels for all my realtors. I actually do reels for over 400 realtors around the country. And I'll give you guys all the info on that. But a lot of people want to do well with video. They don't understand how. What you're going to notice here is, and I don't know if I play the music, I don't know if you can hear it. Can you hear that music? I don't know if that plays for you. Anyways, I pair it with trending audio. So I hook them. This is a good hook. How I converted $1 million buyer at my open house. Then what I'm doing here in the caption, you guys, is I educate. I educate them. I make myself the local market expert. I've got trending hashtags, all the things. And the thing that I want you to do, which I'm going to teach you how to do this on the call on the 29th, is if you comment, guys, if you comment, if you go on any of my reels on Instagram and you comment open house, I want you to do it. Like I challenge you right now, go on my Instagram and comment open house. You're going to automatically get something back to you, which it's going to give you my 18-minute video and teach you how I got $1 million buyer at my last open house. The reason for this is it's automation. When you do social media well, you have an opportunity to convert at a really, really high level. Another like example of a real estate post where I make myself the expert. Let's see. It says the best deal isn't always the cheapest, right? And then I walk them through. This is again that same house. But what I'm doing here in the video is it's trending audio, it's short, I'm entertaining them. And then in the caption, I make myself the local expert. Okay. Now, this is exact examples of reels that I do for realtors every single week. And sometimes they're silly and sometimes they're education based, but you have to remember like people are watching you and they want to see what's trending in your world, and that's where they're going to continue to follow you. Okay. All right, let's keep jamming. So what we're going to do now is we are going to walk through my 9-step social media model so that you can build a business through social media. Okay. So if you're taking screenshots, this is a great one to take a screenshot of. And what I would encourage you to do, is like for me, when I'm doing social, I'm always thinking, how can I add value to others? Like when I got into real estate, I was 26 and everybody was like, gosh, you guys are like used car salesmen. I was like, ugh, why does everybody think that of us? And it was because most realtors were about how much money they could make, how many houses they could sell. I'm like, yeah, but this is also people trusting with the biggest financial decision they'll ever make in their life. This is about how many families we can help, right? So every time I'm on social, I'm like, how can I add value to others, right? And so one way you can add value to your following is literally take a screenshot of what you're doing today. And you can say on your social, you're going to make a post on your social media with a picture of this. And you're going to say, gosh, like Icon Coaching came through today, got to learn from a top 1,000 agent in the country how she gets over 100 referrals every year through social media. If you want a copy of my notes, leave your email below. Now you're saying this to your following. And what does that do? You're now adding value to your followers. So then you become somebody they want in their world, right? Highly, highly valuable. And then you're someone who's adding value to them. And then they're like, dang, like Christina's always adding value to me, or like Brian's always adding value to me. When I need a referral, I'm going to go to him. All right, let's dig into the content. So if I was coaching you today, which one thing I do, which I'll give you guys the link for at the end, is I do one-on-one social media audits where I sit down with a realtor and we go through your content one by one. So I'm going to go through your content. I'm going to say, this is what is working. This is what isn't working. Then I'm going to help you come up with your pillars of content. And I interview you for like 20 minutes. And then I physically write out 50 pieces of content for you, 50 actual posts that you can do that are trending, that are going to get you new followers, gain more engagement. And I give you the hook, the call to action. I give you everything. I even give you a suggested image that you guys can post in it. So I will give you guys a link for that at the end of this. But for right now, what I want to tell you is this. If I was coaching you today, which I am, you're going to write down 1 through 5. You're going to write down 1 through 5. And what this is you're going to be writing down 5 pillars of content. These are 5 things that you could talk about without researching that you are an expert in. Maybe, and every one of you, I'm going to give you your freebie because it's real estate. It's the industry that we're in. Then 2 through 5 is going to be different for each person. If you go to my page, what you're going to notice is you're going to see me talk about real estate and being an entrepreneur. You're going to see me talk about being a wife and a mom. You'll see me talk about postpartum health and fitness. You'll see me talk about personal growth. And you're going to see me talk about multiple streams of income. In fact, on the 29th as well, I'm teaching a free class, which you guys are all welcome to join, about how to add a multiple stream of income as an entrepreneur. It's totally free. And if you go on my Instagram, the last reel that I posted today, you can comment income and you'll get the link for that because that's automation. This is the power of what social media can do for you. Okay. So you want to have more than one thing you talk about in real estate, because remember this, people might find you because you're a realtor, but they stick around because of who you are and how you make them feel. It is normal if your real estate posts are your lower producing posts. Now, there's a way for it to be a higher producing post. And if we have time at the end and they don't kick me off, I will definitely go through with you some actual like examples of posts that I've done. So we'll jam as long as we can, and then we'll go through there. Okay. All right. So next thing here, when are you posting? So if you Google like best time to post for the algorithm, you might get like 6:12 in the morning till 7:14 a.m. I want you to post first thing in the morning when you're ready for social. Simple reason for it, you guys, is you have the most amount of time for people to respond throughout the day. Don't stress about it. I used to wake up in the morning and the first thing I do is I grab my phone and I start scrolling. And I see like the mom who just made her kids handmade lunch. And I'm like, oh, that's sweet. And someone else who just got off the treadmill and I'm like, good for you, because I'm still in bed, right? And someone else who just sold their 100th house and it's like May. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so behind. Like, and you wake up and you start to feel like crap. Like, that's a horrible way to wake up. So what I like to do is I like to prep my content the night before. I use an app called Google Keep, and I will prep my posts the night before. And so when I'm ready for social, I go in my Google Keep, I pick a post that I'm going to do, I put it on social. Now my kids wake up around 7 in the morning, so that means I'm up at 6:30. I make my post on social, and for me, it's like I put my content out there for the day. Social media is a lead generation leg for me. It is how I build my business. 80 to 90% of my business comes from social. So I want to be super duper intentional on when I'm putting my content out there. And so I do it first thing in the morning. So I have the most amount of time for people to respond throughout the day. This morning, because I'm doing that webinar coming up, I literally made a reel about it. I put a post on Facebook about it because reels do not do as well on Facebook as they do on Instagram. And then I put an email out. So I hit the world in 3 different ways. And I think we have a couple hundred people already registered, and it's going to keep growing. All right, how much should you be posting personal and how much should you be posting business? So all 100 plus referrals that I got last year, guys, they came to my personal page because that's who I am. It's what I do, right? It's my life. It's where you can connect with me and get to know me on a human level. 20%, only 20% is going to be business. Now, on my personal page, it's 80% personal, 20% business. On my business page, I flip-flop that. On my business page, it is 80% business, 20% personal. And I'm going to make your lives so much easier by telling you this. So oopsies. On Facebook, you do need to have a business and a personal page, okay? On Facebook, you need to have both because validity, credibility, if you're going to boost an ad through your CRM, it's going to go to your business page. But if you Google Rachel Adamsley Realtor, it's going to bring up my personal page, or it's going to bring up my business page on Facebook. But Instagram, you want to have a creator profile. So on Instagram, you do not have to have a business page. You can drop it. And let me tell you this, when I audit people's social media, one of the biggest mistakes I see is like they have all the solds and the pendings and the open house, and they have these flyers, all the rates changed, and it's got their headshot and the fancy logo and all the things, and you get freaking crickets. Nobody comments on that. You have like 2 likes, and one of them's your mom and one of them's your realtor friend, right? It's because the algorithm thinks you're selling something. With the new algorithm in 2025, if they think you're selling something, they're going to kill it. There is no way to get people to see it. You guys want to build your rev share? Like, go for it. But if you're posting just like static graphics, it's not going to work. I can help you build your rev share. I can help you build your business through social, which I'll show you at the end. And posting a static graphic is going to get you nowhere, okay? So the reason you have a creator profile on Instagram, you can have a personal profile, a business profile, or creator. The reason we do creator is because creator gives you the best insights and the most amount of trending audio. And you want to make sure you have that availability. So when you're doing these reels that I'm going to teach you how to do, like you get the best amount of new followers and people seeing your content. Now, it's very clear to see the difference in examples of what I'm doing. My personal page on Facebook has my kid's cute little butt. It's got feet. My business page is branded. It's got my headshot. It's got my logo. It says that I work for Place, right? It's like, it tells you what I'm doing. And then on Instagram, just one profile, okay? How often are we posting? Last year, we had to post, like literally you were encouraged to post every single day. God bless it. This year, it's 3 to 5 times. The reason for that is they want more quality, less quantity. So 3 to 5 times a week. Stories are not counting in this. A post to me is either a static graphic post, a reel, or a carousel. Okay. 3 to 5 times a week. Now, if you were coaching with me and you were like, Rachel, I want to build a sustainable business through social. How do I do this? I would tell you this. You're going to do 1 business post, 2 personal posts, and 1 weekly reel, which I can take care of the weekly reel for you. 1 business post, 2 personal posts, and 1 weekly reel. That is a sustainable way to build your business, grow your following, and engage with your people. So my husband calls my phone golden handcuffs. He's always like, babe, it's always freaking with you. Like, this is crazy. And I believe in being proactive in my real estate business. So I'm also proactive in my marriage. And so we actually went and got marriage counseling around how to have healthy boundaries around my phone because I was like very defensive. And it was funny because when I was dating before I met my husband, every guy was like, I want a strong, independent woman. And then they meet me and they're like, maybe not that strong, like maybe not that independent. And my husband, when I met him, he's like, I love what you're doing. And how can we make it even better? And I was like, I'm 100% going to lock this down. Right. But what happened is we found a way to be able to set some boundaries around my phone where it gave me freedom to feel like I was more in control versus my phone controlling me. So what does that look like? So I make a post first thing in the morning. An hour later, I go back in, I comment, I engage with everybody. So what did I just do? I made a post, I used a tool. Like, comment, engaged. I just did 3 more tools, which means I got more eyes on my content, okay? Then an hour later before the end of the day, I go back in and I do it again, right? So first thing in the morning, I make my post. Hour later, I go back in and wake it up by engaging with everybody. Hour before the end of the day, I do the exact same thing. Now, how do you lead gen on social? Because I will tell you that like we do lead generation blocks in 2 hours because to me, like 2 hours is pretty much all I can give, right? So this is how I lead gen on social. What I do is I will go to a higher producing post. And most people thinks that like the comments are the most important part. I don't believe that. I think the comments are the people you're already in their algorithm. They're already seeing your content. The likes are like this golden opportunity where people are literally like being a voyeur and they're like, I see what you're doing, but like no one's commenting to them, right? So this is what I do when I'm going to lead gen on social. And this is like, I want to give you tactical things that you can walk away with today and like start to build relationships and deepen your connections and get referrals. Okay. So say that I have an anniversary post and Ryan and I go to Tahoe and say that Horatio likes my post and Lynette comments on my post. And Lynette's like, happy anniversary, girl. Well, I'm going to comment back to Lynette in my time blocking time because that's what I do, right? However, Horatio liked my post. And normally he's just like chilling there in Mexico, doing his thing, likes my post, he's on with his day. But the thing is, I don't have a great referral partner in Mexico. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a private message to Horatio. And I'm going to say like, hey, Horatio, thanks so much for connecting with me on my anniversary post. Gosh, we had the best time in Tahoe. Oh my gosh, I saw that your daughter just graduated from kindergarten. How exciting for you. Do you have any plans for the rest of summer? Whatever season we're in. So do you see what I did there? Like he liked my post. I proactively went on his page, saw something happening in his world. I look for milestones. His daughter just graduated from kindergarten. He just got back from a vacation to Hawaii. And then I mentioned something super personal that he just did. This has nothing to do with real estate. But you're not going to walk up to someone in a grocery store and be like, hey, nice shoes. You want to buy or sell a house? No, because that's freaking weird, right? We're not going to do that. We're going to build a genuine connection and a relationship with Horatio. So I send him a private message and I ask about his daughter graduating kindergarten. He's then going to respond back to me. We're going to now go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth and build a relationship. Okay. Then eventually when the transition feels natural, sometimes it's same day, sometimes it's same week, sometimes it's same month. I'm going to say something to the effect of, gosh, I feel like we've aligned so much in our personal world, Horatio, that I feel like we probably aligned in our business lives as well. I don't have a great referral partner in Mexico. Do you have one in Northern California? You guys, I got over 100 referrals last year. It was actually 131. 131 referrals last year. And it's because I built relationships with people. Do you see the difference here? Don't ever freaking cold message someone and be like, hey, you want to buy or sell a house? No, don't be that realtor. I want you to build relationships, genuine human connection. Steve gets it. He just gave me 100% on this, right? Like this is how you build a relationship. And again, this template, take a screenshot of this, you guys. Sean is giving this to you guys. He brought me on here to give you specific tactical examples. This is where you're taking a screenshot and this is what you're using, okay? Now, we talked about 7 to 10% of your friends are seeing your following. How do we get to that 40%? Because the max you can get to is 40% right now. I'm going to give you my tip. You guys, this changes the game for you. What you're going to do is every single month, you're going to write down 1 through 25. You're going to write down 1 through 25. And you are going to pick 25 names of people that you're already friends with on social and you're not seeing their content. Okay. 25 names of people that you're already friends with on social, but you're not seeing their content. Who are these 25 people? I like to do themes. So 1 month, it might be 25 like agents around the country. Okay. So 25 agents around the country. The next month, I might do 25 past clients. The month after that, I might do 25 local business owners. So what you're going to do is every month, you're going to take 25 names. Remember, these are 25 names of people you're already friends with on social, but you're not seeing their content because this is the rule. If you're not seeing them, they're not seeing you. Okay. And then what do you do with those 25 people? It's called Rachel's Rule of 555. So this is how you're going to get the people who are already following you, who already like you, who love you, who would refer business to you, but they're not seeing your content because you're not top of mind. This is how you get in front of them. This is how my referral business grew, okay? 5 minutes before you make a post, you're going to comment on 5 people's post, a comment of 5 words or more. You get what I'm saying? So you're going to go to this list and you're going to pick one of these people, but every day you're going to pick 5, right? So you're going to make a post and you're like, okay, Rachel, explain this to me again. So I wake up in the morning and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to make a post on social. I'm going to pick 5 people from my list of my top 25. And 5 minutes before I make my post, I'm going to comment on 5 people's post, a comment of 5 words or more. Okay. And who are these people? They're from my list of my top 25. What starts to happen, you guys, is these people who normally would be able to, like, who would refer your business, they're now all of a sudden they're in your algorithm, and your likes go up, your story views go up, your comments go up, your engagement goes up, and you know what else happens? Your freaking referrals start to grow. And again, I'm focusing on agent to agent referrals and clients and community. Like, I want buyers and sellers, and I want agents around the country. And so when you get really intentional with your lead generation efforts before you make that post, like, you're going to be working on such good content, especially if you hire me to help you. Like, this is going to change the game for you. Okay. So let's talk about what shareable content looks like. It's not like, oh, let's talk about the 4 ways to get your house ready to sell for springtime. Nobody freaking cares about that. That's not going to get you business. 5 best dog parks, 4 top brunch spots in your city, top happy hour spots you need to hit, 5 best date night locations, 5 reasons why you need to move to your city, 4 wineries you have to stop by this summer, day in the life of a realtor. Like, these are the things that are highly, highly shareable that's going to help you build your audience. I know I'm talking quickly. I'm not even going to apologize for it. I have so much I want to go through with you guys, but we have not even lost one person, Sean. Everyone's still hanging with us and we're 4 minutes past. So I'm going to keep jamming until you guys tell me to shush it. Are you guys getting value from this? Is this something that you feel like is building your business? Do you feel like this is fresh and new? Yes. Love it.
Keep going, Rachel. Keep going.
All right.
Here's the bottom line. I want to underline a couple of things just real fast.
Please.
Boy, excuse me.
You're good.
First and foremost, gang, your friends, your followers on social, unless you're in relationship with them, they really don't care about you.
Right.
What they care about is how they feel when they see your post, when they read their post. They'll forget what you say, but they'll forget what you do. They'll never forget how you make them feel. So, Rachel, thank you for that. By the way, there is no plausible ROI on a like, share, or comment, right? What Rachel's teaching you to do is get that ROI through the relationship building strategy. It's so good. And when you're on purpose, the referral business is going to go through the roof. No doubt about that. Keep going,
100%.
Rachel.
And I think the thing too, like what you're talking about right now is like this, every time I post, I have an opportunity to add value to people and build relationships. Like, that is what this is about for me, and people love it. And so I want to make sure I'm adding value to you guys. So hopefully you're getting value from this. I think a lot of you are. If you go to rachelsfreebies.com, I will give you 20 hooks that I use on my social media that have helped me go viral and build my audience, because the power in what you post is in your hook. Remember, you have 2 seconds to stop the scroll, you guys. 2 freaking seconds for them to stop what they're doing and see, is this worth my time? Is what she posting something that's going to add value to me? Do I even care? And so these freebies are really, really good, and I think going to add value to you. I want to make sure I leave time for some questions. So I'm going to show you, tell you how you can get a little bit more, but I want to show you something that's really cool that I have been doing that's like changed the game for me. And this is something Sean and I talked about before. So I'm just going to, again, we're going a little bit off script, but I think it's important because I want to show you how this whole thing works. So I believe that, has anyone, and tell me in the chat if you've heard of this, have you guys heard about lead magnets? You see people posting on social and they're like, oh my gosh, like I got, like I don't spend any money on social media and I get all these leads. Have you heard people talking about that? Yes. Okay. I'm trying to find the post. Sorry, I'm like scrolling a bunch. I post a lot on here, so I have to like find my content. Where is it? It's a coffee cup. I feel like I've gone too far down. If you guys see espresso, shout out to stop scrolling. Where is it? Oh, come on, Rachel. I'm too far up. Okay, I'm gonna go just to the reels because I think that'll help me. I want to show you a lead magnet. Okay, so what a lead magnet is a lead magnet is where you're offering free value to someone. Here it is. So it's where you're offering free value to somebody. They then want what you have and they give you their information and then you have a lead. So I have gotten obsessed with lead magnets and I've created 12 of them, which I'll give you guys a link for how you can grab these. But this one is 10 cozy. So one of my lead magnets was 10 cozy coffee shops for entrepreneurs you need to know about in Sacramento. Do you guys see how many people saw this? 194,000 people. 194,000. That's crazy because most of my reels are closer to, I don't know, like 12,000 people see it. Now, what did I do here? And you guys can tell me if you can hear this music. Can you hear that music that I played or no?
I can't hear it, Rachel.
Yeah, okay. So it's trending audio. It's just music that I have added into the reel. But this is literally, you guys, me filming for 10 seconds. This isn't even the coffee shops I'm featuring, but I had B-roll footage, which B-roll footage is basically where you're recording something with the intention of putting music over it. And I'm like calling all coffee lovers. Listen, I've had to drink decaf coffee since blah, 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 blah. And then I'm like, I'm your go-to girl for all hotspots in Sacramento and Placer County. Make sure you're following. And I tag myself because you want to make it so simple that even a dummy can like sneak on, click on it, and all of a sudden they can find them, right? And then I talk about my 3 favorite coffee shops for entrepreneurs. I give them the location, the name of it, my favorite drink, the vibe. And then my call to action is, you want the list of my full top 10, comment coffee and I'll send it right to you. Okay. Comment coffee and I'll send it right to you. And so this is my lead magnet. Now, this was totally free for me to create, except for the price of my coffee that I paid for. And then what happened is I have, I'm going to show you guys. Okay. So what I've done is I've created 12 different lead magnets and all of them are highly valuable, making me the local expert. Okay. And what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get buyers and sellers and other realtors around the country. So like best happy hour deals you don't want to miss in Northern California, 10 must try taco spots. And here's the coffee shop one. So I'm going to show you guys this a little closer. So as soon as they comment coffee, they want immediate gratification. Whoopsie, that's too close. They're going to get this graphic sent to them immediately. And I'll show you how I do it. 10 cozy coffee shops by me, my cute little intro. I'm like, whether you want a coffee, perfect spot for a place to read, grab coffee with a friend, blah, blah, blah. Then I literally grab these pictures from offline. I'm not going to each of these coffee shops. I'm like, here's your locations, why you're going to love it. Try this, perfect for. Here's my top 10. Again, it's just making me the local expert. And at the end, I sell myself. I'm your local realtor. If you want your dream home, sell a home, invest, I got you covered, right? Now, I do this on every single one of these, like 10 most walkable neighborhoods. I'm like, here's your walkable neighborhoods. So happy to help you. Welcome. I'm your girl. And then I'm like midtown, downtown, and I go through all the different things. What I'm doing here, you guys, is I'm making myself the local expert. And I want to show you how this is hosted. Now, they can go to my Instagram and find these. But what happens, I have something called a stand store, which truly every realtor in the world should have a stand store. On the class on the 29th, I will teach you how to set this up. Any class I do goes here, like, anything that I do is on stand store. So like all my coaching and all that good stuff. But like this right here, I'm targeting realtors because I want to build their business. I'm like 22 free tips for social media, 33 touch database, how to go viral on social. This is what I just gave you guys. It's right here. And the thing that is so good about Stand Store is they don't have to go anywhere else. They literally can come right here, put their information in, immediate gratification. The reason why we lose people is we're like, click on the link on my bio and go to my website, then click sell. They're gone. You've lost them because they don't have that attention span. For my buyers and my sellers, I have 3 spots for them. start the home buying process, find out your home value, and sell your home. I have 3 spots for them. And then all those opt-ins I told you about, best happy hour deals, best weekend getaways within 2 hours of Sacramento, 10 cozy coffee shops, they're all hosted right here. And so what's really amazing is like, I can then give these people all this information. And as soon as they opt in for the information, they immediately get the download. So they have immediate gratification. I then get their information and I can call them and talk to them about selling their house. Like, it doesn't get better than this. And I'm going to give you guys, let me go back to the slides. I get very excited about this topic if you can't tell. Okay, let me go back in here and then I'm going to give you guys all the links for everything and then we can jump into some Q&A. Okay, so first things first. Thank you. I know that this was a lot of information in a short amount of time. I want to leave some time for Q&A, so I'm intentionally doing that. But this is something that Sean and I wanted to make sure we give to you guys because this is going to be specific for Icon Coaching. If you guys are interested in wanting a little more and you're like, I want you to audit my social, and no, I want you to actually create this for me. Sean and I have this opportunity for you where we have 50 pieces of content. So it's a 1-hour call. We're going to sit down together. It's going to be through Zoom. You're going to do this before June 17th because that's when my kid's popping out. So I'm getting them all done before this. But we're going to sit down. We're going to do a one-on-one call. I'm going to audit your social. We're going to re-optimize your bio for the current algorithm that we're in. Then I'm going to interview you for 20 minutes. I'm going to give you 50 pieces of content. Okay. You also can just message me content and I can give you the link for Icon. The other thing is I do weekly reels. So for over 400 agents, I'm doing a reel every single week for you. So instead of you having to figure out what's trending and how to find the audio, I literally will send you every morning on Monday, hey, this is what I need you to record this week. You send in the raw footage to my team. I'm going to edit it. I'm going to put the hook on the screen for you, edit your entire video, send it back to you with your exact caption you're going to post, your hashtags, and then your geo hashtags as well, and the trending audio. So if you're looking for leverage in the video space, it's under $100 a month, like highly high. I mean, this one crushes it. Your engagement goes up like 295 to 400%. Like, this one is a no-brainer to me for every realtor. Remember, you're doing 2 personal posts, 1 business post, and 1 video. Your video is done. Areas I serve. This one's under $50. If you guys are looking to, we give you a reel. So it's customized to you with your brand colors, your headshot, your logo, your brokerage. You get a reel. You also get a static graphic. So a lot of times, you go in the Facebook groups and someone's like, who serves this area? And then like someone tries to take the referral and you're like, you literally live 2 hours away. Like, what are you doing? This is what I use to get my local referrals. And I give you my script as well around this. This one's really good. And then the last one, and this is one that Sean and I are really excited about, this is Market Center Social. So if you are wanting to build a team or you want to build your brokerage, you want to build rev share, this one's really killer because this is your entire social media package. So every reel you're going to get a week, every week you're going to get a reel. You can either do the agent specific reels, which are more geared towards buyers and sellers, or if you're really focused on recruiting, retention, culture, profit share, rev share, whichever brokerage you're with, you tell us which reel you want. I'm going to give you a content calendar. So every single day of the week, I'm going to give you a trending graphic you can post in your stories and on your content. I'm also going to give you the caption. So it's like literally no brainer. Everything's done for you. Live coaching every single month where you're asking all your questions, private mastermind group, all the things. And then all the ways you can find me, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We can chat about all of that. The other thing is, if you guys want those 12 lead magnets, I'm going to put in the chat right now, the link for that. But if you guys want those 12 lead magnets, you can send me a message on social for lead magnets, and I'll send that link to you as well. All right, friends. Whew. How do you feel? I just got fire hosed. Oh my God, Steve, you're my favorite. That's my favorite comment. Okay. You guys, I get very excited about this. Obviously, this is something I'm super passionate about. Do you just want me to jam through these questions, Sean, or how do you want me to handle this?
Do you post it to the chat, please?
The questions for them to post the questions?
Yes, please. That would be ideal.
Yeah.
There are many already in there, Sean.
Do you want me to just go through the ones that are in here already, Rob?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Could you real quick just share your page on how they can find you?
Oh, yes.
That'd be fantastic.
Sorry, that's a video I'm recording for a coaching course. Okay, so I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. This is a little bit of a dated profile because I think I'm almost at 60,000 followers now, which is exciting on Instagram. I work very hard to build my content. So Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all of them are Rachel Adams Lee. I do free coaching on my YouTube channel all the time. And in fact, I have quite a bit coming when the baby's here because I'm prepping it ahead. My life is bananas right now because I'm doing like all my normal work, plus I'm doing 2 months in advance so I can take time off for the baby. But like, you're not going to know that because my content's going to keep rolling. Because we have people who count on us for reals. So I have like the team and brokerage model, and then I have individual agent model, and all of that's jamming.
Right on. So guys, we have to make sure you download the 12 lead magnets that Rachel posted to the chat. If you haven't, do it right now.
I'll give you links.
Is
So
the
I'm gonna
link
put
in the chat,
content in
Rachel,
there.
forgive me, for the other event coming up on the 29th?
No, but I don't have the link because I was gonna send you guys I was gonna send you the video of it. So I think if someone on your team while we're doing this wants to create the registration link real quick, they could totally do that, or we will just send it out to everyone who's registered for this and everybody else.
Okay, I've got a plan. What I want you to do is just text to this number, and I want you to type in Rachel. Just type in Rachel, Rachel, to this number and send that. And what we'll do is once we have that registration link, we're going to text it to you so you don't miss it. I know open rates on emails, if you're lucky, are about 30%. If you're lucky, text messages, open rates are about 99%. So text that number, type the word Rachel, and we will bounce back the link to you via text message so that you don't miss it. Guys, this is exciting. Rachel, so much value. I mean, my goodness, I took 3 pages of notes, and my goodness, it just demonstrates that you can leverage social media to create massive opportunity. You just have to be intentional. Guys, I know you're on social 2 to 5 hours a day. I know you are. My question is, are you being intentional with the hours you're investing into social media? Rachel has brought that to a level that I've not seen before. And so, Rachel, thank you for bringing your guidance, your wisdom, your attitude, your ideas to this webinar. And guys, the 29th, you're going to be there. Now, a couple of other, just shameless things I want to do, plugs. We've got a webinar coming up this Thursday, guys. If you text Rachel that number, I'll also send you the link to that webinar. It's coming up this Thursday. Then again, next Tuesday, we're going to talk about how to ring it out. Okay. Every Tuesday, by the way, we do a webinar. We're going to talk about how to ring it out of yourself, meaning how do you get the most out of yourself in the hours you choose to invest in your work life? Gang, I collaborated with Gary Keller and Jay Papasan in the writing of this book, The One Thing. We did years of research to really increase the efficiency, the effectiveness of you in the hours you choose to invest in your work life. I want to share a few tweaks with you during that 30-minute webinar that are going to make all the difference in the world. You're going to find yourself getting more done every single day, setting more appointments, completing more contracts, and most importantly, making more money for you and your family. All right. So guys, thank you so much. I see the texts are just piling into our system. I can't wait to send you that registration link. Be sure to get registered. When I reply, if it's okay with you guys, I'm going to send you a registration link for the webinar we're doing this Thursday. So you can register for that one too. Guys, the bottom line is your business, your production, your net income and net worth. It's going to grow to the extent that you personally grow. First, you make the choice, then the choice makes you. You made a great choice to be here today. I trust you're going to make those choices in the future. Show up on Thursday, show up next Tuesday. Our weekly webinar series, guys, is going to give you a well-rounded education, improving the strength, the depth, and the width of your foundation. With the right foundation, you can build your business as big as you want to build it. Rachel, thank you for adding strength to their foundation today. I mean, that's what it's all about for me.
Thank you for having me. I know they have a ton of questions, and I know we don't have a ton of time, so you guys could send me direct messages for all the questions that you have. They are going to send you a replay of this recording. I don't give my slides, but we have the recording, so you can watch it back and take your time and pause it, because I know I talk real quickly. The 29th, you guys, what's going to happen is they're going to send you a link to register. You're going to have a handout you're going to download, because this is a 2-hour masterclass, and I want you to really get the information and the value out of it. So you're going to have a masterclass that you're going to, or a handout that you're going to download ahead of time, so you have all the information, and then you're going to want to time block 2 hours for this. And we're going to go through how to build a business through social media and the algorithm, and just really dial through everything. It's going to be really, really good for you.
No doubt about that. All right. Guys, until we do this again on Thursday, I just want you to be on purpose, be productive, be powerful. Give Rachel a shout out, hit her with a DM, just thanking her for just pouring into each one of us today and just adding value. Thank you, Rachel. Let's do it again in the near future, okay?
It's good.
All right, keep up the great work and best of luck with the baby. Let us know what it is, okay? Boy or girl.
I will.
All right. Take
All
care,
right.
everybody.
Yeah.
We'll see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.